Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. I am going to be ranking and reviewing all of the Electric Light Orchestra's albums, starting with their debut, No Answer. And so I'm only reviewing and ranking all of the albums that are in this box set. So the original band. 11 albums. And this is going to be a little longer than the following reviews and rankings, because I want to tell a little bit more of my story with ELO. So the first time I heard, well, maybe, I'm not sure, but it was either ELO 2, their second album, which is here, although the Canadian version of this had a different cover. And probably, around the same time, of course, I saw them on television, probably the midnight special, doing Roll Over Beethoven, and I loved it, right? It was something different with an orchestra, and they were rocking. And so I didn't buy every ELO album, but I certainly bought El Dorado when it came out, and it might be my favorite. We'll see. At the moment, I think it would be my favorite ELO album. And I bought, what else did I buy through the years on vinyl? A New World Record and Out of the Blue. And then I didn't buy the following albums, but I still enjoyed a lot of their hit singles and everything. And the first time this box set came out, I've told my viewers the story before. I bought it a few years back. And then there was a point where I actually wasn't really playing some of the albums that I didn't know that well. And I ended up selling the box set. And then maybe a year or two later, I started to miss some of the albums from the box set, and I didn't want to buy, the separate CDs and all that. So I just regretted not buying selling the box set. And one of my very, very, very kind viewers, I apologize, I don't remember his full name, but I'm pretty sure his first name was George. So George, if you're watching, thank you. He sent me the box set. And I'm never selling this again. I learned my lesson. And I've delved into all of the albums the second time having this box set. And it's going to be an interesting journey, starting with No Answer. So I never really knew this album very well until having the box set again. The first time I heard this album, I thought it was bad. I didn't like it because it didn't sound like the ELO that we know. And by the way, this was released in the UK as simply the Electric Light Orchestra. And then I think a couple of months later, they're, of course, going to have it in the States. And they were asking, what's the name of the album? What's the title of the album? And somebody, they never got the answer. So they just wrote No Answer, right? And the record company in the States, I guess, thought that was the title of the album, No Answer. Anyway, I've grown to really, really love this album. There's a lot of, there's not as much guitar as on the upcoming albums. There's a lot of cello from Roy Wood, who's just, I think he's a musical genius, just like Jeff Lynne. Although I don't know his solo career that well, I do know his time with The Move, of course, with Jeff Lynne, which was great. But yeah, the opening track, 10538 Overture, is excellent. It kind of sounds like ELO. And then Look at Me Now is almost like a an Eleanor Rigby. It's almost like ELO doing a Eleanor Rigby type song, and it's great. The one song I do not care for too much, and I think others that are fans of this album might not either, is Battle of Marston Moor, July 2nd, 1644, by Roy Wood. And in fact, their drummer, Bev Bevan, there's only three of them on this album. It's not the whole Electric Light Orchestra. It's Roy Wood, Jeff Lynne, and Bev Bevan on drums. And Bev Bevan did not like the song, so he doesn't even drum on it. Roy Wood had to do the percussion for it. And yeah, it's kind of an experimental song, kind of not that good. But everything else is great. There's a couple of instrumentals. First movement, Jumping Biz, and Manhattan Rumble, 49th Street Massacre. Mr. Radio. So half of the songs are written by Jeff Lynne, the other half are by Roy Wood. And Mr. Radio, written by Jeff Lynne and sung by him, is almost what we're going to be getting in the future from ELO. It's very radio friendly, Mr. Radio, and probably the most commercial song on the album. And the finals and everything else I really love. And the final song, Whisper in the Night, fantastic vocals by Roy Wood on that track. So overall, I think this is a really, really excellent ELO album, except for one song, which isn't bad, but it's just not as good as the other songs. So in my rating, and I'm going to start just for the fun of it, because my name is Canadian Studmuffin on YouTube, I'm going to rate them out of 5 muffins. So, in my rating, I'm going to give ELO's first album, No Answer. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to put the muffins here. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 muffins because, like I said, it's a really good, kind of experimental, kind of crazy, but still a really entertaining listen. And the production also is stellar. It's not surprising with Jeff Lynne and Roy Wood, of course. And yeah, I just love the album. So I'm looking forward to your thoughts on No Answer in the comments section below. And at the end of this series, I'm going to do, I think I'll do a top 30 ELO songs. Yeah, so stay tuned for that whenever the series ends. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Looking forward to your comments below. And what would you rate this out of 5 muffins?